Sealed Only is considered to be one of Yu-Gi-Oh's most interesting challenges. Ever since Yum first started his own Sealed Only challenge in May last year, many people have made attempts at their own Sealed Only journeys, but I decided to take the challenge to its next level. Starting out with only 3 Sacred Beast structure decks, I'm going to attempt to build the most viable competitive deck possible and eventually top an online Yu-Gi-Oh tournament with cards obtained only from official sealed product. This is Sacred Sealed Only. Alright, so welcome back to episode 3 of Sacred Sealed Only. In case you missed the last episode, we opened up a box of Duel Devastator and added over 25 new cards to the main, extra, and side decks. As shown by the duels after these changes, they massively improved the decks as we managed to win all of our matches in the last episode, even though 2 of our opponents surrendered, but hey, who's counting? At the end of the last episode, I said I was going to be cracking open a very special product, and that is the Lair of Darkness structure decks. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into the opening. Alright, welcome to the opening for episode 3 of Sacred Sealed Only. So there is a bit of an issue with this opening. I went online last week, I ordered a copy of the Lair of Darkness structure deck. However, the guy who sent me it only sent me the block of cards and not the playmat or anything. So I'm not sure if it is this still counts. I'm still going to use it because obviously I paid money for that. I don't want to end up not using it, but unfortunately we do only have the Lair of Darkness structure. We don't have the block of cards to work with here, so it's unfortunate, but there's not much we can do. So let's just go ahead and crack this open for the episode. So yeah, last week I did mention a special product, and this was it, because I found this for £20, like I said. I should have no, there wouldn't have been a box with it for that price, but it's fine, honestly. But for let's just crack this open and see what cards we got. So we've got these in this. Oh, there we go, perfect. We've got Lilith, Lady of Lament, and we're probably not going to be playing this card, but this card is still very good. Basically, for those of you who don't... Oh, knocked the camera there, sorry, my bad. But for those of you who don't know, you can tribute her to go ahead and summon out to set any normal trap room deck. If we go towards more of the trap deck room, maybe we'll end up playing this, but for now we are not playing Lilith at all. This is the guy we mainly brought the set for, Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. So basically, if you guys realized a lot earlier, all of our Sacred Beast monsters tribute. So, basically, Diabolos is just going to special summon himself out from the graveyard or from the hand for free, effectively. Oh, moved it onto the camera there for a second. But, he's going to be able to summon himself out for free. So, basically, it's just a 3k body and a hand loop, because we contribute himself every turn. Assuming we keep using Dark Summoning Beast or whatever every turn, Diabolos is going to end up being really strong. Arima. Arima is... It's alright, it searches the field spell, Lair of Darkness. We're obviously not going to be playing that, because that's not what we're taking this deck. But Arima's still an okay card. The field spell itself, Lair of Darkness. If our Sacred Beast tributed other monsters you control, this would actually be really strong, but unfortunately they don't. So, actually, Raphael might tribute Fiends, that might be okay. Grinning Grave, we're not going to play this. It's an okay card, like, we don't want, especially like Dino in the format, we don't want opponents to destroy cards from the deck. Duke Shade, I remember this card. This card's like a pseudo kaiju where he's got Lair of Darkness up, so you're right. Diabolos, King of the Abyss. This card's kind of garbage. Lich King of the Underworld, not too good. Prometheus, King of Shadows. I remember I used to love this card back when I used to play this deck. 3 of the structure deck, obviously. Archery Emperor, Caius the Mega Monarch, Legendary Marju Gazette, Vanity's Fiend. That's 2 copies of Vanity's Fiend, actually. We might actually be able to start integrating that into the list somehow. Wait, we're past that. Mist Archfiend, Infernal Dragon, Archfiend Cavalry, Stygian Speed Control, that's our 4th copy of this. Phantom Chaos, 4th copy of this as well. Plague Wolf, Fiendish Rhino Warrior. We could probably integrate Fiendish Rhino Warrior in as well, actually. Because it's got protection from Fiends. Curry Bandit, Tour Guide, we could probably find a spot for that as well. Absolute King Backjack, Reeling Karibo. And then Recurring Nightmare. This card's actually really good in Sacred Beasts. Because what we can do is we can target 2 of our beasts in graveyard, either Beckoning, Summoning, Chaos Summoning, or Chaos Core, and we can just add 1 of each hand. So we're definitely going to be playing this in early build, I think, just for the recursion. Allure of Darkness. Now this card is going to be replacing one of its eyes, and we're going to need 3 of this eventually, so it's good to pick up 1 now. Hand Destruction. We can't really use this because We already go neg enough as it is, and there's no real sense of putting things in the graveyard for no reason in this deck. Foolish Burial Goods. We're going to be playing this, because with this we can dump Cerulean Skyfire and then add it back to hand with opening the Spirit Gates. So it's basically just a blank card. We're going to need a like normal Foolish Burial at some point, pay. Boogie Trap, not using. Fire Symptoms, could we use this? This might be usable, actually. Let's set this aside, because this one actually might be usable. Veil of Darkness, and then, onto our viruses. The viruses are my favourite part of this, because we're actually going to be playing one of these. Crush card, Deck Dev, an Eradicator, and Full Force. So they give you all the viruses that were out at the time of this. I don't think any new ones have been released since, but hey. So, we're not going to be playing Crush card or Deck Dev. Crush card, like I said, destroying. We don't want to give Dino the ability to just destroy from deck for free and combo off Deck Dev. We could probably play that, but we're not gonna. This is the one I'm interested in, Eradicator, because we're playing Diablos and we're playing Raviel, so we don't have targets for that. Full Force Virus, this destroys monsters with defense, I think, so this one's alright. And then moving on to the non-virus traps, Dark Light, it's alright. Basically contribute a dark monster, we can't actually use this, but basically lets you contribute a dark monster, and then go ahead and destroy this monster, destroy some of the stuns. So it's kind of like a pseudo-torrential tribute. We can probably actually find a slot for this. Trap of Darkness, what's this card actually do? I've never read this card. If this wants to focus on the card text. It doesn't, which is annoying. Oh, there we go. If your life points, if your life points are 3,000 less, pay 1,000, target normal trap in grave or trap of dark. Oh, so it copies the effect of a normal trap in grave. I'm not gonna play this because I don't want to pay 2,000 life points just to pay 1,000 life points just to copy a trap effect. Mind Crush, we can probably slot this in for hand trap protection. Rise to Full Height, Curse of Darkness, Sinister Hero, and a Torment token. And then you've obviously got your Duel Links promo, back from when the GX world was still new. But if he wants to focus on the cards, thank you. Let's lay these out real quick, and we'll go over everything that we've pulled from this that we can use. Alright, so these are all the cards I want to slot in here. Diablos, Recurring Nightmare, Allure of Darkness, Foolish Burial Goods, Mind Crush, and Eradicate Epidemic Virus. 6 new cards to the deck. I'm not going to do a deck profile this episode, because I don't really feel like I have to, because I'm not changing that much about the deck. It's still some really solid additions though. Allure being able to draw more, basically be a better draw spell than Desires is Nice. Recurring Nightmare with Recursion, Burial Goods for the Cerulean Skyfire combo. And Diablos is just a really nice card to have. So that's it for the opening for this week. Let me know if you guys still count the fact that they didn't send us a box. Personally, I think it's fine because the deck itself was still sealed. But hey, that's it for this episode. That's it for this episode for this opening. Let's jump straight into the next section, which is probably going to be replays unless I decide to do another impromptu combo section in that space. All right, let's do it. Alright, so moving on to the cards I'm going to cut this episode. I said we were jumping into the replays, but obviously we're not because I need to go over what cards I'm cutting from the list. I'm from the side deck, I'm cutting a Mistake and moving the Heavy Storm Duster that's in the main into the extra, just because I felt like Storm Duster was less good against the variety of matchups. So I wanted to remove it to the side, and the Mistake is just one of the first cards I was planning to cut from the side anyways. It's still good, that's why we're still playing the one in the side. But for now, I feel like the one Mistake is good. It's pretty good to have. Let's center this a bit more. Next up, we're cutting One Desires in favor of playing the Allure. Just because Allure is just a better draw spell for us, and it's less risky, which also lets us cut cards like Dimension Fusion, Destruction, and Uriah down to 1. It's been a long time coming of cutting Uriah down to 1, but I think this is the episode to do it, and it's just we're not going to be... In the long run, we're only going to be playing one of each Sacred Beast, but for now, playing 2 of the others is fine. Uriah is just the worst one, so I figured this is the first one that we're going to cut down a bit. And finally, for the cut cards, we're going to be cutting just the Chaos Core. I tried it out last episode, I did a couple of stands with it. It's only really good, though, if you open it and the rest of your hand is utter shite. Anytime you open it, it's fine, but, other than that, it's pretty bad. So, that's, why we're cutting Chaos Core. I tested it, I tried it, didn't like it. We're probably going to be putting this card back in when we pull Verte Anaconda, because there's a one card Armor Tile when with Verte. So we'll probably put that card back in when Verte comes around. But until then, That's what we're cutting. Let's go ahead and put them in the deck, and then we will jump straight into the replays, because like I said, no deck profile this episode. Alright, welcome to the first replay of the video. So this is our first duel with the Lair of Darkness structure that cards included. And the duels today really gave me a perspective on what we need to change up with the deck moving forward. So starting the turn off, we have full combo in hand, so I'm prepared to pop off. I go Beckoning Beast into Spirit Gates, activate the Spirit Gates to search for the Chaos Summoning Beast, and then tribute off the Beckoning Beast to summon Dark effect to go ahead and summon Haman. We go ahead and normal summon the gates, not normal summon, use the gates to pitch and then summon Chaos Summoning Beast. Banish Dark Summoning Beast to go ahead and add Ravial from my deck to my hand. Then we go ahead and banish the Chaos Summoning Beast to go ahead and special summon Ravial, even not Uriah. I'm gonna get the Sacred Beast names right once in a while, Jesus Christ. I banished Chaos Summoning Beast to go ahead and add Fallen Paradise to hand, activate Fallen Paradise, and draw 2 cards. You know, the standard combo that this deck does. Drawing into Cerulean Skyfire, which was nice to see, because I didn't really have any interruptions in this hand. Choosing not to use the Chupacabra so I can save the Bell and the Dimension Fusion Destruction. He starts his turn off by activating Malefic World even. So this first match is up against Malefic. Now I do misplay here and not negating the Malefic World with Cerulean Skyfire. However, I was worried he had their new continuous spell in hand, so I decided just to let it go anyways, in case he had that. But he goes and special summons normal Cyber Dragon, and special summons Malefic Cyber End from hand, banishing a Cyber End Dragon from his extra decks. He then links off into Nightmare Phoenix, which was a bit concerning. And then pitches a Malefic World to pop Fallen Paradise, which I let go through because I don't really have a choice. He then goes ahead and normal summons Malefic Parallel Gear, targeting I use Raviel's effects gain token here, but he uses it to synchro summon this thing, Drago Cytos? I can never say the thing's name, the Nether Soul Dragon. So so this is one of the first issues I learned with Vegas. We can't really out monsters that can't be destroyed by battle, so we're going to need to look into that in the future to gain ways to out monsters that can't be destroyed by battle. So he goes ahead and punches into Raviel here, and then uses that thing's effect to get a second attack, outing Haman, and then uses Phoenix to go ahead and swing over my token. So at this point I'm like, gee, how the fuck am I going to out this? Because my current hand doesn't really do much for me without Sacred Beasts on field. And we top deck Uriah. So what this lets us do is go ahead and activate Fallen Paradise, activate Dimension Fusion Destruction, banish all 3 Sacred Beasts, and summon out Armor Tile, and just punch into Phoenix, and we have game. That was quite possibly the funniest top deck I've ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Jesus Christ, my audio's peaking there. I should probably move that away. I might have to re-record this way. So I go ahead and use Paradise to draw 2, drawing into Allure and Crow. I decided to use Allure to go ahead and just get some more draws off anyways. Not really drawing into anything useful. I banish the Chupacabra. No, I banished the... Why did I banish Crow? I'm not quite sure, but either way, I just say enter battle phase and Armor Tile punch straight into Phoenix, giving us game 1. Moving into game 2, I thought we were going to be made to go second, so I sided appropriately, but he made us go first, which is weird, because I guess I forgot Malefic was on a TK deck. Anyways, looking at our current hand, it's not too great. I just go ahead and set Cosmic Cyclone and set Solemn Strike and pass turn, hoping we don't fucking die. He activates Chaos Space, which I go ahead and Ash, and then he activates Malefic World, which I say is fine, because it doesn't really do anything for him immediately. He has to wait till his draw phase. Which is where I finally realized that Malefic is a really bad fucking deck. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not like hot garbage, it's just very slow. Anyways, we top deck Beckoning Beast, which is quite possibly the best top deck we could have gotten. He attempts to Veiler, but we strike the Veiler, which lets us basically, I wouldn't say pop off, but it lets us, just, keep going. So we activate Spirit Gates to add Dark Summoning Beast. Using the extra normal to summon out Summoning Beast, and then we use the Summoning Beast to go ahead and summon out Haman in defense position, because I can't attack, so I figured I should just wall up with Haman. I go ahead and sack 2 cards and pass the turn. During my end phase, I go ahead and flip Cosmic Cyclone, targeting the Malefic World. just so he can't get the effect off to gain access to his Malefics. And then during the standby phase, I flip both of my Awakenings, so if he summons a Malefic, we gain at most 8,000 life points. Anyways, he uses his territory here to go ahead and add Malefic World, and then activate it. And he just passes from here. She's like, oh, okay, cool. I draw in a Tute, which is no real reason for me to use it. I use Gates effect to go ahead and summon Summoning Beast, but before I use this effect, I remember to punch for 4k direct with Hamon. I then, in the main phase 2, use Dark Summoning Beast effect to go ahead and summon out a defense position Raviel, so he can wall up against any Malefic he may summon. And turns out he goes ahead and reveals 3 Malefic Rainbow Dragon, and goes ahead and summons it out by banishing a Rainbow Dragon from his deck, and I have no interruptions, so I just have to go ahead and say sure. The Skill Drain effect is up right now, so if you tried to do anything with that, it wouldn't exactly work. But anyways, we gain 8k off this Rainbow Dragon summon. He punches into Hamon, crashing both. And you might start to see here the fatal flaw in his plan. He passes turn, and we change Raviel to attack, and just say Big Punch for game. And it works. So, yeah, that is it for the first match here. Against Malefic, I'm not really surprised we won this one. Malefic's not exactly the most competent deck. Hell, we're only 3 Sacred Beast structure decks, a Dual Devastator, and a Lair of Darkness structure deck, and we were more competent than this. So that was it for match 1. Let's jump straight into match 2. Alright, next up is match 2 of 3. I don't actually remember what we were up against. I remember here, we were playing against Dragon Link. So, our opening hand's actually okay. We get to end on a board of Raviel, Diabolos, and Eradicator, along with Fallen Paradise to protect the Raviel. I've realized now that if I'm just going to pass with no negates or anything, the Raviel is the best one just for the token effect. So we go ahead and set Awakening here, which is quite nice. What I should have done here is just sacked off the Diabolos, so I could just get the hand loop. Then if anything went south, used Eradicate to tribute Raviel and then bring back Diabolos. Unfortunately, I don't do that because I am dumb. So he's like, what's Paradise doing? I'm like, oh no, it's not doing anything, so I'm flipping Awakening here. So he basically, I'm just going to press the fast forward button here because he just does Dragon Thing things. I Eradicate on Diabolos here to try and get rid of his spells, but he just called by the Graves Diabolos, effectively putting out of commission for the rest of the game. So he just starts comboing off here. I can't really commentate Dragon Link combos because it's basically the same thing every time. All I can say is that we're getting a fuck ton of life points from this, just look at the life points go. But anyways, he ends, if I remember correctly, he ends up ending on a Boral Sword, which is what actually brought attention to the fact that we can't out monsters that are bigger than our Sacred Beasts. Like, yeah, Raviel can out them, but also, like, it doesn't matter if they can't be destroyed by battle. We realized Romulus, the monster summoned by Romulus, can be used as, like, material there, which was kind of a thing. I heal up, I end up losing 3k here, and then I basically lose a fuck ton of life points. I also misplayed here because I didn't read my opponent's cards. I didn't know Magna Rocket Dragon sends without targeting, which is basically, we would have ended with full combo here, but we actually end up on ending with only 1 Sacred Beast instead of 2. And then from here, he can just basically just full combo off. And I think he gets me pretty low here, like, and I didn't think I could play through Savage, Boral Sword, Red MD. I believe we end up on, I can't remember what we end up on. I think it was like 7,500. I was just like, I'll see what I top deck, but I don't think I could draw into anything that would help me. We draw into Gates. We search Dimension Fusion Destruction, but like I realized like I can't really do much with it, so I go ahead and pass turn. Go ahead and pass turn. Go ahead and scoop even. Game 3. Hang on, I need to just... We opened all 3 Sacred Beasts. I did their math after, and that's like a 0.5% chance to happen. We opened all 3 of them. Now, what I should have done here, and I would have lived, is search for Dimension Fusion Destruction and not the Chaos Summoning Beast. Because I could have made an indestructible armor tile that I can't take damage from either, and I would have lived. Unfortunately, I'm not that smart, and the rest of the duel is just this. Basically, nothing interesting happens at all. He just basically full Dragon Link combos us and kills it. I just scoop it because I can't lose, and I was like, yeah, I opened all 3 fuckers. But that's it for match 2. Match 3 is a little more interesting. We're just gonna jump straight into that from here. And it was against, drum rolls please, DDD. So, as you can see, my opening hand is garbage, and made me realize something that I need to, like, cut this card entirely. This card is, like, has done nothing for me in all the games I've played. So I've decided, like, next episode I am going to be cutting this card as one of the cards. I'm also going to be taking out Recurring Nightmares. While, in theory, it was good, in practice, it just didn't hold up. So we're not going to be playing Recurring Nightmare in future builds of the deck either. So anyways, he just full combos off and ends on a board that I just couldn't out. Like, my hand wasn't exactly good for it anyways. Actually, I think I do out the board if I remember correctly, but he ends on Savage with the spell Trap Negate. I end up alluring and having nothing, so I just scoop. Going into game 2 here, I go first, and all I can really do is end on Uriah with Fallen Paradise in the back, and set Lost Wind, set Mistake, and then draw 2. I activate Spirit Gate City, go Dark Beckoning Beast. And he just scoops at my 3 back row, so we did take the game there. I don't know why he scooped to that, but it's fine. So, I forgot to take out Border going second here, so that's another reason I attribute to me being a fucking idiot. But with this hand, we really couldn't do much. We had to, like, bait out. If I remember correctly, I draw into Ogre, and we had to bait out the Siegfried with Ogre to even be able to play the game. But unfortunately, that is not what happens, and the rest is basically history. Yeah, so the rest is basically history here. I took Foolish Spirit. He had to Siegfried that for me to win here, because I could have just normal summoned Border, and I could have Ogred the Siegfried normal summoned Border, and it would have been game. But I also am an idiot here for not reading my opponent's cards, because he just goes ahead and activates, I think I wouldn't have been dead here, because Ragnarok halves the damage I take. But it's fine, I'm just like, oh well. I was probably going to lose that anyways, because I couldn't out, this, basically. But yeah, that's how it goes. So that is it for the replays. Let's jump into my final thoughts. This episode's probably going to be on the shorter side, because there's no deck profile and there's no live duel. But hey, that's fine. Let's just jump straight into my final thoughts. So this episode has been way shorter than the other two, huh? Anyways, focusing on what's important today, I think the losses today can be attributed to 2 things. One of those being drawing 3 of the Siegfrieds from opening fucking hand, thanks game. But the other is a massive error in deck building on my part. Playing 43 cards was probably a big mistake to begin with, and especially when some of those cards aren't necessary, such as Recurring Nightmare or the Shimmering Scraper. Right after I played these games, I made the decision to cut 3 cards from the deck, those cards being Raviel, Shivering Scraper, Recurring Nightmare, and Eradicator, to put it down to 40 cards. This should help improve the consistency and help us have less dead cards by playing less cards that require us to have prerequisites, and also help us have less dead hands in general. Anyways, going into next week, I think we need to focus on some non-battle destruction cards to help us deal with Borrelsword or any card that can't destroy a battle, as they were issues. As such, we're going to be opening up the Gold Sarcophagus Megaton, hoping to pull in cards like the Danger Bigfoot or Nightmare Cerberus to help us out these cards. As well as pulling Nightmare Phoenix or Nibiru just to help out back row and combo decks, would still be really nice as well. And we're also going to want to pull the 3 dangers that we don't have for our final build, those obviously being Nessie, Jackalope, and Tsuchinoko. Alright, but that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did at any point in time, be sure to click on that like button. And also subscribe to my YouTube if you're new for more content in the future. Follow me on Twitter, link is below the stream. And after this video goes live, I am going to be streaming, playing the final version of the deck, testing to see if I like it, on twitch.tv/Martin1, so make sure you go follow me there. The stream is going to be as soon as this video goes live, so 3 PM on the Sunday. But, yeah, that's all I've got to say. So until the next video from me, I will see you guys next time. See you guys.